Today's video is a tutorial in prep for spooky season, aka my favourite time of the year. We're going to be looking at how to make this Mosaic Crochet ghost pattern swatch. There's going to be a pattern linked in the description so you guys can print off a free version of the chart. I'm well aware that as a crocheter, we want the most amount of notice when it comes to projects to do. So I'm starting the spooky season kind of projects a little bit early because I know how long it takes to make projects and I don't want us to run out of time. With all of that being said, let's get into today's video. Today we are going to be making this spooky ghost. First of all, apologies for how interesting the chart is looking. I printed it off and it turns out we basically have no ink left, so I've had to kind of draw over it a little bit, but you guys should be able to see the ghost still fairly clearly, and I'm going to have the pattern chart linked in the description. So if you're thinking, Jessie, you have not done a good improv, then you guys can just download the pattern. So I'm just doing this for the purpose of me being able to see it, but I'm still going to talk you guys through the entire process. For this tutorial, I have some white yarn for the ghost, I have some black yarn for the background of the ghost, I've got a 3.5mm crochet hook and a pair of scissors that you're going to need for every single row. So the first thing we're going to look at is how many stitches we need to do. You'll see that there are 16 boxes at the bottom, which means each row is a total of 16 stitches. So I'm going to get the black yarn, which is our background colour, and I'm going to start off by getting to the end of it. I've pulled too much out of it already. So we are going to do a total of 16 chains to start. So do 16 chains and then I'll show you guys the next step. Okay, 16 chains have been done. What we're going to do is we're going to do one more chain and then we're going to skip that. And then we're going to work in from the second chain onwards because the entire of the first row is blank. That means we do single crochet. So we're going to be doing a whole row of single crochet up until we get to that last stitch. This is just going to be the base of the pattern. From the next row onwards, we're going to start to develop the actual pattern aspect of this swatch. And I thought it'd be a really good time to start to do something a little bit more spooky and Halloweeny because you guys could potentially use this swatch to make some really nice spooky projects for Halloween time. And I wanted to give you guys enough time and notice to be able to do that because I love doing Halloween videos close to Halloween, but equally if you guys want to make something, I know that it takes time to, so it's always good to get started on projects like that as early as you can. Okay, nearly finished with this, guys. I've got 2 stitches left, so I've got 1 and 2. That is how it is looking. We're going to get a chain done, pair of scissors, cut the yarn, pull it through that chain you've done, and that is how it is looking so far. So the first row is done. We're looking onto row number 2, which is using the white yarn. The entirety of the second row is also just blank, which means it's single crochet. The first and last stitch of the row, we are going to be doing a single crochet into the front and back loop. So this is a single crochet into the front and back loop. And then for the next 14 stitches, we're just going to be doing a single crochet into the back loop only. So you're definitely going to have to be following the instructions a little bit more than just watching because I'm very aware I'm using black yarn. Maybe I should have considered another colour, but I wanted to go black and white. So maybe you're having the same struggle as me, maybe you're not. So yeah, just 14 single crochet in the back loop only. And then what you're going to do after you've done that is you have that final stitch where it'll be another single crochet in the front and back loop. So I'm just going to finish this off myself and then I will show you guys what it should look like when you're done. The second row is done. This is how it should be looking. We're going on to the third row now, and that's using the black yarn again. So what we're going to do, 2 double crochet, 2 single, 2 double, 2 single, 2 double, 2 single, 2 double. So we're just going to alternate between that. The first stitch as always is the single crochet into the front and back loop. You'll always have that at the start and at the end of the rows when it's coming to the swatches that I do for this, as well as my blanket designs. So let's just get that single crochet done. Perfect. So 2 double crochet, and then we're going to alternate in pairs after. So 2 double crochet where you drop down and then you work into that front loop of that previous row of the black yarn. So that's how it's looking. And then 2 single crochet going into the back loop only into the white yarn. So the reason we're doing that is because we're starting to keep the bottom of the ghost detailing out and available so we can start to work on the ghost. So another 2 double crochet, 1 and 2, and then 2 single in the back loop, 1 and 2, 2 more double dropping down into the previous row of the black yarn, 1 and 2. We're nearly done with this row, but this is how it is looking so far. 2 more single crochet in the back loop only, 1 and 2, and then finishing with 2 double crochets. So 1 and 2. It's always fiddly when you're starting a project, but the more rows we've done, the less fiddly it's going to be for you, and less fiddly it's going to look for me as well. So we've done those 2 double crochet, and then we've got the single crochet in the front and back loop of the last stitch. We're going to chain, grab your scissors, cut your yarn, pull through, and that is row number 3 done. We're on to row number 4 using the white yarn, and having a look at our chart. It's technically the opposite of the previous row for row 3, where it's 2 in each. So it's 2 single, 2 double, 2 single, 2 double, 2 single, 2 double, 2 single. So it's technically just flipped what we did previously. So we're going to do our single crochet in the front and back loop to start off. So just finishing that stitch. So we're starting off with 2 single, so that'll be in the back loop only in the black yarn. So 1 and 2, and then 2 double, 1 and 2. So we're really starting to develop on these little sections here at the bottom of the ghost. Another 2 single going into the back loop only, and then 2 double, 1 and 2, and then 2 single again, 1 and 2, final 2 double. Make sure you don't completely lose track of your stitch like I did and then pull your hook out in the wrong place. So 1 and then 2, there we are, and then finishing with 2 single crochet in the back loop for the pattern part, and then the final stitch is the single crochet into the front and back loop. Okay, and then chain, grab some scissors, cut your yarn and pull through, and that is row number 4 done. We are now on to row number 5, that's using this black yarn. I've just done the single crochet in the front and back loop to start, because you'll always start and finish with that. So looking at row 5, you've got 2 double crochet, followed by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 single crochet, and then 2 double crochet. So starting off with 2 double crochet, make sure I'm actually going to the right loop, 1 and 2, and the 2 that we have on either side is essentially just the border around the ghost, because we're now going to be focusing on the ghost part in the middle. So now we're doing 10 single crochet, just going into the back loop only. If there's any other design that you guys would like to see that is Halloween related, autumn related, that you want a Mosaic Crochet version of, just let me know, and if I can make a basic one like I'm doing for this ghost, then I will, because I really enjoy doing these tutorials, and I've not done a Mosaic tutorial in a little while, so I'm happy to be doing it again. Okay, last single crochet in the back loop. That is how it is looking. There's a little room for the ghost detail in the middle. We're then going to do 2 double crochet, dropping down to that previous row of the black yarn. Definitely have made life easy for myself, she says sarcastically, using black yarn as well as yarn that kind of splits a bit, but I'm liking how it looks, so it's worth it. Okay, single crochet in the front and back loop for the last stitch. We're going to chain, grab some scissors, cut our yarn, pull through, and that is row number 5 done. We're on to row number 6. It's using the white yarn, and I've already done the single crochet into the front and back loop to start off. So looking at row 6, it's the opposite of row 5, where we have 2 single crochet, 10 double crochet, and then 2 single crochet. So this is because we're building up on the body of the ghost design. So 2 single crochet in the back loop only, followed by 10, make sure you're going in the whole stitch for that, by 10 double crochet, dropping down into that previous row of the white yarn. There we are. So that's how it's looking. We're starting to build up on the body of the ghost for this. Honestly, this pattern, as far as it goes with my other tutorials, this one is quite a nice and basic one. So if this is one of the first ones you've been following after learning Mosaic Crochet, this is going to be quite a nice and simplistic one, because it's not a crazy design, but I also thought it was really appropriate and perfect for the fact that we're getting into the later part of the year, which is one of my favourite times of the year because of spooky season. Okay, just finishing up the last few. make sure I'm actually using my yarn properly. I've definitely chosen a cotton that likes to split to use today. Okay, last double crochet. So that's how it should look after you've done all 10. We're then going to do 2 single crochet in the back loop only again, 1 and 2, and then we're going to do a single crochet in the front and back loop of the final stitch. We're going to chain, grab some scissors, cut the yarn and pull through, and that is row number 6 done. So I've just started off with the single crochet in the front and back loop for the first stitch, but row number 7 is using the black yarn, and it is the same as row 5 that we did with the previous row of black yarn. So it is 2 double crochet, 10 single crochet, 2 double crochet. So what I'll do is I'm not going to film the entire process of that because you guys literally did that a second ago. It's quite a repetitive pattern. So we've got the 2 double crochet, and then you have 10 single crochet just going into the back loop only. So I've made a start. I'll let you guys finish that and then we'll finish off the rest of this row together. This is how it's looking after doing those 10 single crochet. We're then just going to do the 2 double crochet dropping down to that previous row of the black yarn. So that's 1 and 2. That is how it should look. And then we're doing our single crochet in the front and back loop of the last stitch. We're going to chain, grab the scissors, cut the yarn and pull through. And that is row number 7 done. Row 7 is done, so we're on to row 8. We're using the white yarn, and row 8 is the same as row 6. We're going to be doing 2 singles, 10 doubles, 2 singles. So what I'll do again is I'll just start off with you with 2 single crochet in the back loop only, and then you're dropping down and doing 10 double crochet going into that previous row of the white yarn. So it should be looking like that so far. I'll let you guys finish off the rest of the 10 double crochet, and then we'll finish off this row together. The 10 double crochet are done. This is how it's looking. You're then doing the 2 single crochet in the back loop only. So 1 and 2, and then a single crochet in the front and back loop of the last stitch. You're going to chain, grab some scissors, cut your yarn and pull through. And this is how it looks once row number 8 is done. We're now on to row 9 using the black yarn, and I've already done the single crochet in the front and back loop. So with row 9, we're doing exactly what we did with row 5 and row 7. We're doing 2 double crochet, 10 single crochet, 2 double crochet. So again, because we've gone through a whole walkthrough of that, I'm just going to do parts of it with you guys. So 2 double crochet where we're dropping down into that previous row of the black yarn to create the bordering of it. We're then going to be doing 10 single crochet going into the back loop only. And then this is how it should be looking. So finish off the 10 single crochet, guys, and then we'll finish off this row together. This is how it should be looking, guys. We now have 2 double crochet left to do. So 2 double crochet dropping down to that previous row of the black yarn. So that's 1 and then 2. And then we're doing our single crochet into the front and back loop of the final stitch. We're going to chain, grab your pair of scissors, cut your yarn and pull through. And that is row number 9 done. We're on to row number 10 using the white yarn. I've done the single crochet in the front and back loop to start this off. So for this, you're going to be copying what you did for the previous rows using the white yarn. You're going to be doing 2 single crochet, 10 double crochet, 2 single crochet. So 2 single crochet in the back loop only, and then 10 double crochet dropping down into that previous row of the white yarn. It should be looking something like this to start off with. I'm going to let you guys finish off all of the double crochets, and then we'll finish this row together once we're done with that. The double crochets are done. We then have 2 single crochet in the back loop only. That's 1 and 2, and a single crochet in the front and back loop of the last stitch. Then chain 1, grab some scissors, cut the yarn and pull through, and that is row number 10 done. We're now on to row 11 using the black yarn. I've done the single crochet in the front and back loop already. So we're going to be doing the final of the repeats of the 2 rows that we've been kind of copying. Now there's going to be some change after this. So we've got the 2 double crochet, 10 single crochet, 2 double crochet. But from this point onwards, we're then going to have a bit of a change in the overall way that the design is formatted, just to finish off the top of the ghost. So 2 double crochet done, 10 single crochet in the back loop to do. So I've made a start, you guys finish that off, and then we'll finish the row together and then get ready for the start of our design change. The 10 single crochet is done, time for the 2 double crochet. So that's 1 and 2, and then a single crochet in the front and back loop. Oh goodness, make sure it's actually going properly with the yarn. There we are. Then you're going to chain, grab your scissors, cut your yarn, but make sure you're just cutting the yarn you want to cut, because I nearly cut something else there. And that is row number 11 done. We're starting row 12, it's using white yarn. I've already done the single crochet in the front and back loop. I have just clocked a mistake on the chart. However, by the time this video is up, you guys will have a correct version available. Plus, I'm going to talk through it in the correct sense anyway, so just ignore that stitch. So what we're going to do is we're starting off by doing 2 single crochet. So 2 single crochet in the back loop only. The mistake here is it says 3, but it's meant to be 2, so 2 double crochet. So 1 and 2, we're creating the eyes in this row. Then follow that by 2 single crochet in the back loop only. Then another 2 double crochet. There's the first eye hole, so that's 1 and 2. Then another 2 single in the back loop only, 1 and 2. Then another 2 double, oh goodness, make sure you're doing it right though, 1 and 2. So those are little ghosty eyes that we've got. So we're going to do 2 single crochet in the back loop only, 1 and 2, and then a single crochet in the front and back loop for the last stitch. We're going to chain, grab our scissors, cut our yarn and pull through, and that is row number 12 done. We're on to row number 13 using the black yarn, and I've got my single crochet in the front and back loop to start. For row 13, we're starting a very similar repeat again. So we're doing 2 double crochet, 10 single crochet, 2 double crochet, which is what typically we have been doing. The only change so far is adding the eyes into the design, if I can talk today. So we're going to do our 2 double crochet, dropping down to that previous row of the black yarn for our border. And then we're going to follow that with 10 single crochet going into the back loop only. You guys have done that quite a few times already, so I'm going to make a start, let you guys finish it, and then we'll finish off this row together. Those 10 single crochet are done. Time for 2 double crochet to finish off. Make sure I'm going into the stitch correctly again. So we've got 1 and 2. There we are. And then a single crochet in the front and back loop of the last stitch. We're then going to chain, grab some scissors, cut our yarn and pull through. And that is row number 13 done. We're starting row number 14 using the white yarn, and I've done the single crochet in the front and back loop to start. So it's going to be another one of those similar repeats that we were doing loads down here, where we do 2 double crochet, 10 single crochet, 2 double. So as I have been doing, I'm going to go through parts of it with you guys, but then also let you guys do some of it yourselves. 2 single crochet in the back loop, followed by 10 double crochet, dropping down into that previous row of the white yarn. So make sure I'm crocheting in the right spot for all of that. So that's how it's looking. You're going to finish the rest of the 10 of the double crochet yourselves, and then we'll finish off the rest of this row together. The 10 double crochets are done, so it's time to do 2 single crochet in the back loop only, 1 and 2, and then 1 single crochet in the front and back loop. You're then going to chain, grab your scissors, cut your yarn and pull through. And that is row number 14 done. We're nearly done with this. We're now on to row 15 using our black yarn, and it's another repeat that we've been doing quite a lot, where we're doing 2 double, 10 single, 2 double. So again, we'll make a start together, 2 double crochet, dropping down to that previous row of the black yarn. And then we're going to be doing a total of 10 single crochet going into the back loop only for the white yarn. So finish off these single crochets, guys, the 10 single crochet back loop only, and then we'll finish off this row again together. The single crochets are done, so it's time for 2 double crochet, dropping down to that previous row of the black yarn. Once this is done, we only have 2 rows left, guys, and then we'll be done. So second double crochet, finished, single crochet in the front and back loop, and then we're going to chain, grab some scissors, cut the yarn, pull through. That is row number 15 done. We're on to row number 16, which is going to be 4 single crochet, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 double crochet, and then 4 single crochet. So I've done the single crochet front and back loop to start. So we're going to do 4 single crochet going into the back loop only. We're just working up the top part of the ghost design in this final section here before the final row. Then we're doing 6 double crochet, dropping down into that previous row of the white yarn. So we're just doing a little ghost detailing top of the head where it just goes a little bit inwards. So we've done 2, 3, make sure you're not taking extra random yarn in like I nearly just did. 3, and then 4, 5, and nearly 6. There we are, that's how that is looking. We're then doing 4 single crochet in the back loop only again. So that's 1, 2, make sure I'm going in the right spot, 3, and 4, and then a single crochet in the front and back loop for the final stitch. We're going to chain, grab our scissors, cut the yarn and pull through. That is row number 16 done. We have 1 row left to do. We're on to row number 17, the final row for this pattern swatch. Using the black yarn, I've done the single crochet in the front and back loop to start. And for this is technically the reverse of row number 16. We're doing 4 double, 6 single, 4 double. So we're going to start off with our 4 double crochet. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. That's that bordering part done on this part. Then we're going to go across the top and do 6 single crochet in the back loop only. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. That's how it should be looking. And then a final 4 double crochet, guys. So 1. I really do regret choosing black yarn, but it does look amazing. 2, 3, and 4, and then the single crochet in the front and back loop. We're going to get a chain done, grab our scissors, cut our yarn and pull through, and that is row number 17 done. So this is how it is looking once it's done, guys. I'm so happy with this little spooky pattern. Hopefully you guys are enjoying it and getting really excited for spooky season, Halloween, and just autumn in general. As I said earlier, if there are some small Halloweeny, autumny designs that you would like to see that I can make in a similar way to this, let me know in the comments below what you would be interested in, and I will try my best to replicate it as much as I can for you guys. By this stage, you should hopefully have a ghost looking like this. I hope you guys have enjoyed today's tutorial. And like I said during the tutorial, if you have any other autumnal or spooky related designs that you'd like to see similar to this ghost, then do let me know in the comments below, and I will try my best to be able to make as many of them as I can, if they are viable. If you guys send me some crazy idea concepts that are not going to work, I will let you know. But for the most part, I'm going to do my best to get them all sorted. If you want to see more crochet content like this, then press subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!